Oh my goodness, you guys, this is all just coming along. So cute. So today I'm going to start my ornament because I don't think I'll be able to finish it. Well, we'll see how the day goes. I'm going to do a little cross stitch project, and we'll talk about that in just a minute because I was going to do a felt gingerbread, like little, sewing kind of project, but I can't find like the right die for that right now. So anyway, if anything I use is available, I'll link in the description box. Those will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you ever purchase items to those links. Yeah, so let me show you a couple things real quickly before we even get to that. I am going to design a few things here on my Cricut, and I haven't even started this up yet. Oh my gosh. Okay, there it goes. I was going to say my computer won't start up. Yesterday I kind of burned my finger a little bit when I was cooking, and it just like, I don't know, it's hard to tell, but it's like shinier in this area, and now my computer does not want to react when I use my finger to log in, yeah, and the time change has me up before 5 o'clock. I got up at 4:15 and I was like, I'm just gonna lay here, I'm still gonna lay here, and I had to get up. I'm probably going to use this guy again because I keep using this little guy. I think this is the one that I remelded though the way I wanted to, or this has separate eyeballs. I'll probably use this to make a little clippy. I'm going to go in here and make a doily. It's going to cover my little glitter mix, or my shaker mix, just to look cute. So I'm going to design a few other things. I'm going to design a little tag that says like curated for you by Vianney Luna to go on the back. And some other things I'm going to do on the Cricut. So things I've already shown you guys how I did them, so I'm not going to do it again today. Yesterday I was just sitting here, oh, what was that? Basically working on all these guys. And so I don't know if you noticed, I added these little gingerbread guys out here, but what I'm going to do is put a little something on them so they're not just going to be plain like that. I think I'm going to put like a little holly and maybe a little Santa hat. We'll talk about that in just a minute. I started making these little clippies that are basically just stickers, or felt stickers, I guess, if they're stickers, from the Dollar Tree that have these guys on the back. Just took them off. I put them to the side so I could use them later, and they are really stuck on there, guys, so that's really good. And I just glued them together with a cute clippy from Daiso, so it's like a little fancier clip. So we'll finish up with that too. Oh, these are the little Santa hats I used. I just went to Joanne real quick because I need them right now, right, to do the video. And I was like, I just want little holly, like little tiny holly. I'm sure Jolie's has something like that. And of course, where it said holly scatter or holly repeat rows or whatever, something like that, it's called. They were gone. I was like, oh, of course they're gone. But they have the little hats. So yeah, Santa hat repeats. The other one was called like holly repeats or something like that. So that's okay. I'll probably make some on the well, actually I have a little die here that'll make me some really tiny holly. Actually, it's right here. So I'm thinking I'll probably just pop those out instead of using the Cricut. And then I forgot I wanted to use I didn't forget. I just told you guys I'll be doing more of my die cuts later because I just need to get the video done showing you guys at least 5 die cuts, which is what I did yesterday, which is what's in here. So it has Holly Jolly, Merry Christmas. I have those cute little die cuts, the little trees that have like the little twine that I put in there, and then some little gingerbread people. So that's already more than 5, but I definitely wanted to use this. I love this die set. I'll link it. Again, it's from IO Impression Obsession Dies. And I made these little guys, and I was considering making them a little clippy, but I thought, well, really I made them so that you can use them for however you want. So I just made these little cups with little gingerbread on there. And I just thought he was so cute by himself, all little and tiny, again, from that little tiny gingerbread die I have. So those will each go in here. I have some other die cuts in mind that I'll be making, so I'm not going to show them all, obviously, because we're going to wrap up today, but I'm not going to be done with my die cuts. But I just want to show you that those 5 that are in there, that's plenty. Whatever you put in your pocket, again, it has to fit within the pocket. I already have some questions about that kind of thing. No extra stuff outside, like you have another gift, a rolling pin or something out here or something, because, sometimes at Christmas time they have cute things like that. No. Everything has to fit inside of this pocket, and that is it. Unless you have a dangle here. Obviously, the dangle's going to be dangling off. Maybe it'll fit inside still. But don't make it bulky, and don't add anything on the outside of your swap, please. So, yeah, I'm just like working through everything, so everybody has pretty much the same steps completed, except for the rosettes for these other guys. But let's see what it's looking like right now. And then I'm going to get on the Cricut and make those few last things. I'll put together one of my little cups just so you can see what that looks like. I do have some other stickers. I have these guys. I don't think they're going to make it because they're kind of big to make like clippies with. But I also have the gingerbread men, which I think I'm going to switch something out for. So again, you have choices to make. I've already heard from some of you guys like, oh, I had to take this out because it doesn't fit. And I know we want to put all our ideas in here, but make it so it fits nicely. It's not bulging. They're not, you know, the stuff that's inside of here isn't getting hurt because something else is hitting it. So just, you know, really take care for that. Today, I'm going to do my ornament and then just finish up decorating these things, right? I'm kind of debating taking this guy off of here and putting it on here. And then doing that other sticker from the Dollar Tree because they're kind of a little sparkly. It's like a little gingerbread man, but with sparkles. I don't know. We'll see. I may or may not do that. What do I have here? I might even use these guys. Just decoration, you know? Oh, and then I have these I was going to add. See? You guys. And these are just clips that I already made. Aw. I might just tuck this in later somewhere else. But these are from the dollar store. And basically you can just, you know, add them wherever makes sense unless it's in the way, right? Like if that doesn't work out because it's bothering something, then I wouldn't clip it there. I'd clip it maybe in the back or clip it to this or, oh, you know what? Actually, I did need something to clip on here. We'll see. I may or may not use these. Again, if it doesn't work out, don't use it, right? Do something else. Or nothing. If it just looks, I mean, this looks cute anyway. I'm just like to add a little more decoration because that's the whole thing. I have a loaded pocket. It's like you're making everything cute. But again, I mean, if you like and your mix is like this, that's great. That's fine. No worries. Okay, guys? These are just ideas. But of course, you have the minimum things that you need to add. What else is I going to mention? I guess, again, just in case, like I said, watch the videos all the way through. But I know sometimes people miss something. So definitely everything has to be inside of here. If it's completely bulging and ridiculous or like extra things on the outside like I asked you not to do, I will not even show it on the video. I'm just going to take a peek at the things. I'm going to send it back. Because, guys, we really need to follow the rules. Again, you think you have this much space, okay, and you added something else or you added something in the back. Well, it's taking that space from the other person's swap that's going to be in the flat rate padded envelope or even in the medium box. It just depends. And that's not fair, guys, because they stuck to the rules and their swap is going to be really nice and concise and not hurting anybody else's. And yours came in like, you know, well, not yours, but you know what I mean, like huge and bulging, and it's not cool. So that's why I'm going to be a little harsher on that now going forward, because it just seems like people are like, she'll still do it. But no, I won't. So please stick to the rules. No extra stuff, just what's in here. If there's something extra you can fit in here that you liked and if it doesn't hurt anything, that's fine. But basically, I need you to stick to the rules. Yeah, so let me design some stuff on Cricut. I will show you really quickly what I did for, or what I'm going to do. Actually, let me check something real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, so my friend Kim from Manscon who had asked if something that she was going to make would be okay if it had wood or whatever as far as the ornament. And I said I had put in the thing, you know, in the video and in the guidelines that it can be any material, whatever you want that fits in there. I don't care what it's made out of. It just has to be handmade, right? So I know some people like to do different things. Maybe you do woodworking. Maybe you do, you know, shrink art, whatever. Even though the shrink art's tiny, but at least a you know, good size ornament. And that's kind of what my problem was. My Stamps of Life, like gingerbread guy, is too big. And then everything else I have is like really small. So I'm like, I've never really tried cutting felt on my Cricut and I don't want to. So I'm like, I can trace around it. Just forget it, you know? So I pulled up a little image on, I just said cross-stitch gingerbread man, you know? So hopefully this guy's big enough because he is kind of tiny. If you do cross-stitch, you know, I'm looking at 4, 5, 6, 7 across here. You know, his little arm's obviously wider, and then however tall. So I went and picked up some more Aida cloth at Joann. Actually, I have a quick little haul here. And I don't think I'm even going to use... Oh, this one would be good. Even the one from Daiso that I picked up the other day might be better because I want... like 11 means that's how many counts or points or cuentas it says. I guess the points is point. It's probably French. In an inch? It depends on the company you're buying it from. Sometimes it means in an inch or it means in a couple centimeters or whatever. This one doesn't really say that, so I'm assuming it's per inch. And then this one has 14, which is smaller, 5.5, I guess, point per centimeter, right? Points or whatever, if you want to read it the way it's written there. So this one's smaller. I want bigger. So it might be this one. It might be even the one I got from Daiso because I want this guy to be bigger. If I go with 14 or 16 or 18 points or count. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be really tiny, right? I mean, this is not, this won't even be a 1/4 inch wide. So we'll see if this works out. He might be too small. And then I ordered some stuff on Amazon, some rings, because what I'm gonna do for my ornament is gonna keep the ring. It's gonna have the little guy cross-stitched in there. And then I think I'm gonna cut out some little hollies and add like a little holly here, a little holly here, out of felt or something cute like that. But I want him as big as I can get him. This would be really cute for perler beads too. But anyway, in the meantime, I did go ahead and just grab, although I have embroidery needles, obviously I'm like freaking out. I'm like, do I have everything? So I just grabbed a little pack of embroidery needles real quick. Somebody had left this in the wrong spot, and I'm like, oh, this is cool. It's a light up tweezer, and I'm like, yeah, I need that. So I don't know, from American Crafts. So we will see. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so, and then I just grabbed this little guy. So the ones I ordered on Amazon are wood, and they're 3-inch hoops, and so that's going to be like, you can imagine this just staying in there, and that'll be my little ornament, but it's going to be smaller than this hoop. This is like a 4-inch hoop. But I'm still going to use it right now so I can get started, otherwise I have to wait for the other ones to arrive. And then I had picked these guys up because they're so cute. Look at the Tim Holtz one. So I have some of his little cats, but I don't have a lot of the decorations that go with them. So this one is cute because it comes with the cat plus the other decorations. Stencil, this Christmas one, really cool. I'm just showing it to you because basically this is all. I went and I kind of stuck to my list. I had a list of the things I needed. Focus on the good, see positive. So I love just the wording on this, and then the background stencil, really cute. And oh, I'm such a sucker for embroidery hoops. I have embroidery hoops. I probably even have these little ones. I just didn't want to look for them. Look at how pretty this one is, the tambour hoop. It's so pretty. Oh, I had to get it. So lovely. Okay. All right. So let me go to the things I was going to do, finish up on Cricut, and then we'll move on to talking about this, because I have tons of embroidery floss. I didn't have to buy any of that. And that's what I'm going to do. So that's it. We're kind of wrapping it up here. I'll probably add more, like I said, things. Yeah, I'll be right back off because I'm just working on my Cricut and I turn off my main light. But what I'm going to do is just number this. One. Actually, I like to start with like where the actual design is. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then across the other way. I'll start with this guy being 1, or A. I guess we can do A, B, C, and I'll go across. That way I can keep track. But for now, I'm just cutting out my little guys to make a little clippy and all that stuff that we were talking about. So I'll be back. Doing its thing because it's writing, and it actually ran out of ink, which is nice. They're brand new pens, but okay, Cricut. I just have to redo some of those. I'm just, I came through and I looked for the center. The center of my little design is about 9 in and 12 deep. So I just want to make sure that whatever I cut, either way, I'm using a bigger piece because, again, I only have this 4-inch one here with me right now. And this will actually be done on a 3-inch piece later. So I am going to use the 11 count just so that the image is a little bit bigger. I think that the ISO one might be 8 count. It's really big, right? The stitches. And what I mean by that is, like, you can see these little holes. That's how many little stitches you're going to put in there. But either way, I'm just going to get this prepped up. And I'm just going to get it right on there because, to be honest, I have to cut it down anyway for it to go in the 3-inch hoop. So I don't want to waste this stuff because I am super chintzy with stuff like that. But you do need it to hold on. Oh, my goodness. Ah! Stop rolling up on me, guy. Alright, we don't want to slip out, so you do need to give yourself some room. And then I'll get that set up. Of course, that last little bit didn't cut. Come on, buddy. Alright. Nice and stiff. And I'm just going to pop this on here. I don't really care right now as far as where straight is. Ah, okay, it's still not open enough, so you gotta open this guy. I think it was open enough. Seemed like it. So once you get this stuff in here, it gets nice and stiff. And whenever you place this, I've done a video a long time ago. You don't need it like a drum, but you do want it nice and tight, I can see there's a little puckering in there. And when I transfer it, I can also clean it up a little bit, but you do want it nice and tight. I'm not pulling super hard, guys, because again, you don't want it to warp either, to get all funky. See if that's good enough. Okay. Oh, my cuts are done. Okay, so I have this guy ready. Just tighten this up until it's nice and tight, 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 and I'll be right back. Just real quick, I want to show you. Yeah, it started running out here, and I didn't know. I don't know what. I guess the way it wrote all these things, and they wrote these things last. So, oh well. Okay, I'll keep cutting. I have one more set of things to cut, and I'll be right back. Oh, darn! I wanted to show you something funny. Each one had the left eye and the mouth. Left eye, mouth. Left eye, mouth. And then these guys all kept the eyeball inside the right eyeball. Kind of weird sometimes what Cricut does, huh? So obviously it cut that same one the same way, in a weird way, every time. All right, I'll be back. Funny, I was like, oh yeah, the paper, this is plenty. And it just got to the edge. I guess I should have paid a little more attention, but I mean, it's perfect. Okay, so I fired up my glue gun because there's a few things we're going to be doing, and then I need to go grab some clippies real quick, so I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I have a few different things here. Let's get that little eyeball out. And for these guys, all I'm going to do is, I was working on things yesterday over there, like in my, sitting on the couch, you know, and I left my glue over there. So let's just use this one. Now, if I was making this into a paper clip, I would probably put the paper clip in between the two layers. That way it would look nice and clean. Or cut out another back layer and put this on top, paper clip, and another background layer. Just so it looks, like I said, nice and clean there. And then I debated what size rhinestones to use because I just want to add a little something. So I'm just going to use these guys. Between this and the next size up, I was like, I don't know. But you know what? It looked bulky the other way. So we'll just use these little guys just to make it that much cuter. I'll do the same thing for the other ones. And for this one, I'm just going to attach it to these little tiny Daiso clips. Look how small they are. These are adorable. So I'm going to put a little something on here, and then get this guy down on there, basically right down the center. I guess I could have turned it over to see if I was in the right spot. And depending on where you put the clippy, that's how high up it's going to be, right? So if I have the clippy, it's going to go into there. And basically what I'm going to do is have that, put this on my my shaker mix, just to make the shaker mix look cute. And again, it's not stuck down. I'm just going to pop this on top. This is roughly a 3-inch doily because I measured the bag and supposedly it's about 3 inches by 4 inches. And I do want to score this. I guess we can do that when we go to put it together. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do for those. Okay, I'll make all of them. And maybe that one will also get a little holly or not or whatever. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, just to make it, again, cuter and cuter. I do need a little clippy. These little clippies are really small for what I would use them for, but if you have other clips or even the ones from the Dollar Tree I use, you know, whatever. I have this sticker to go on the very back. Not sticker, but created for you by VianneyCreates. So I'm going to stick that on the back with my little gingerbread guy that's on the back. This one just says die cuts, and I'm just going to stick this on that glassine bag, but it's a little plain. We'll see. I might have to do something else with that because I was thinking about, again, putting a gingerbread man on there. We will see. These guys. So I got these from the dollar store. Where's my lid before I lose that? And you know, you can stick them together like this or just use the one, maybe put a little circle in the back, but I just wanted it really stylized and really cute and just like complete on both sides. So this one came off real easy. Yesterday I was taking them off and I'm just sticking them on a carry over here. It was like, they are like stuck on really good. So again, not to waste those. And for this, all I'm going to do is put hot glue literally everywhere. And then I put this little guy like down in one of these little cracks here. And then just bring over another one and line them up exactly the same on top of each other. And again, if that's, you know, your extra paper clip or whatever, like I said, you need one extra embellishment. It could be an altered paper clip, it could be a dangle, it could be rosette on a stick, it can be bows. It can be bows on, you know, these guys. I did bring out stuff to make bows. Maybe if I have room, I'll put another bow or something. Let me finish these guys up right now that my hot glue gun is on. And then this little guy, I'll just show you. Of course, I'm not using this for the finishing touches, but I just want to show you how this guy comes together super fast. And I just put the glue on here. I put the glue up here without messing with the smaller pieces. And just stick this little guy on. This die is so cute, and it actually has a straw too, but I didn't use the straw today. I made it a hot drink. Are you guys up and ready to go? I can't believe it. Okay, on this one I will put the glue on the back of this because I don't really know exactly. I knew that was going to happen too. I'm like, I'll be up at 4. I know it. It was 4:15. Just woke up. Not great. And then a little glue on the back of this little guy. Ah. So cute. And I just popped them right down the center. And that's, again, one of the little die cuts I'll be including. The die set doesn't have this little gingerbread man. Like I said, that came from the other die set that I've been using. Cute. He's a little crooked. Let's put him there. Okay. Let me finish these other guys up and I'll be right back. I don't finish up until I finish up, but I'll just do this and then I'll get to my ornament since I'm not going to finish it in this video anyway. So I want to show you these guys. Look how cute. I put the little hats on them. Just add a little something, right? I think it's really cute. So back here we have our treat and everything. What I was wondering is, I was going to switch these guys out, but you know what? Okay, well, let's just get this out and we'll see what happens. What I was thinking is instead putting this guy up here, but I can put it on here better. That'll be fine too. Okay. It just might not peek out, which is fine. Let's see here. Okay, created for you by VianneyCreates. Just gonna stick this in the back. Now, I know I have all these things. You guys don't worry if you can't personalize and all that. It's just whatever you have. You know, use your best papers, best quality everything for the swaps, and it'll be great. Oh, I don't know where I want to put this. Kind of want maybe over here. Because she has the bow over there. I don't know why. It just looks better over here. So that's just a little something. Please do not include an extra card. Okay, so I know on the outside maybe you want to put a card, but maybe that card's decorated. Don't do that. Just put a little something on here, or like a little business card inside or something like that. Whenever I say a card, like whenever I give you guys the guidelines, I say, oh, people like to thank their partners. If you can include a card, I mean like a business card. I don't mean like a card, because that all adds to thickness and bulk and all that. But again, if yours fits because you did, you know, a really concise job of whatever goes in here, then yeah, then put it in there. That's fine. Just nothing on the outside, guys. Nothing extra on the outside, like I mentioned. So this can go in with my die cuts. Again, I have other die cuts I'll be including. Oh, now that I think about it, if I include Miss Claus, she's going to have to be only this tall so I can get her in there. The same die cut from the outside I was thinking about including. But again, things change, you know, it's not a big deal. I'm not married to any of this stuff. Whatever happens that works out is great. So, now I wonder, I don't really want to stick this down completely. Oh yeah, that's what I'll do. And now, a lot of times people don't know that, but just look at your packaging. Sometimes people make it so that you can still use the items. So like this one, I think I'll stick her down with just this. And that way the back of the sticker isn't completely off and people can use it. So I'll just put like a little something on here. Okay, when I'm ready, I'll take that off. And then it just says die cuts. So maybe I'll put those there. Yeah, that's fine. Or should I put... No, I do like it better like that. Okay, so this is going to be off the side a little bit. Possibly. And then I'll just stick her on. Ah! And that's how this one will be decorated. Okay, just something like that. No big deal. Put that back in here for now. And then this guy, I was just going to score this, which I still will. Let's see here. I love these little gingerbreads from Dime Press from the Dollar Tree. I get them every time. Every year I grab them because they are too cute. And... if I can score this, I will, like, evenly. It just depends. Let's see here. Like I said, it's supposed to be a 3-inch doily. But at the same time, I didn't really try to line it up in any way. So, 1.5. Let me see. It's hard to tell because it looks like it's lined up, but at the same time when I put it down, if I put it like this, it looks crooked to me, but whatever. Let's just go. Oh, yeah, it's not crooked. Okay. And all I'm going to do with this, I'm not even going to glue it down. I'm just going to pop it on top like that. And then this little guy's going to clip it together. And that's my idea for that one. And then the person can use that little clippy, obviously, later. Let's see here. Oh, you know what? Well, again, we just arrange things however it'll be cute. And then in here will also be my ornament, right? And it shouldn't be much. I would assume it's about 1/2 inch thick, and if not, you know, I'll pop something over here. Whatever makes it work, that things fit. However that is for you, for your projects, that's great. Again, I have some other cute, like this will be my ultra paper clip. And let's be honest, I'll probably make a dangle. I just didn't, you know, the video, there's a lot going on. So I'll probably have that little guy there. Again, that's an extra embellishment. So far right now, other than the ornament, we have the loaded pocket that's layered up with more than just plain paper, right? You see it's decorated. I even put some things on the back. I'll probably finish off these little guys with a little something. We have a paper clip, a dangle, those kind of things. So I have a few, but at least one. An ornament, which I need to work on. The tag or recipe card, which is in the back. The recipe card's in the back here. Actually, I'll pull it up a little bit. Again, decorated, nice and cute. Shaker mix is in here. Of course, we just saw that. My treat is this big, huge chocolate bar that's right there, wrapped all cute. Again, that's just an extra thing to make it look cute. If that doesn't work for you, like that adds too much bulk and you're doing something else, then don't wrap it. Or whatever it is that you're including, right? You don't have to wrap it up. You can just place it in there. 3 bows or rosettes, and I have my 3 rosettes right here, and then packaged in a way that they're not just flying all around this thing, right? You got to put them in something or on something. If you don't have plastic bags, don't worry about it, but you need to stick them onto like a strip of paper or some kind of board so that they're not just flopping around everywhere. And 5 die cuts at least, and I have probably 10 in here already, but I have a couple more in mind to include, so there's that, and then I just decorated that cute. Okay, so that is everything other than my ornament. So let's get back to the ornament. I'll be right back. So obviously not everybody's gonna be doing this kind of thing, so thank you so much, Kim. So anyway, her question was about wood, and then she had a cute idea, you know, using the thing, and I was like, oh, maybe I should cross stitch a gingerbread man. That's kind of where that came from. So it might be that maybe when these hoops come in, it's too thick, then I can just make a cute little hoop, either with the diamond press set that they had sent, you know, for a review, the new set, or something on Cricut. I have other hoops too that are just like fake, so I can still include something that's real, you know, that's stitched on that. So I'll work it out, but either way, it's gonna be something like this. So I'm just gonna pick out some, oh, this is pretty. I was gonna say, I'm just gonna pick out some browns. I love the color of this brown. And then we need like an accent brown. How about this one? Oh yeah, so see how it has the light brown and then the darker one? We need white. You don't just leave those spots open because that'd be creepy. You definitely fill that in. So I need white thread, and as you can see, I've used these before. And then red. Oh, and green. How cute, just the one little stitch of green. There we go. If I had glittery red or glittery green, I would be using those, but I don't have them right now. So let's do a bright red. And then his little cheeks can be red or pink. Should we go with pink? Fine, let's go with like a pinkish color, I guess. Okay, so, you know, depending on what you're doing, generally when I cut floss, I split them in 2 or 3. These are really big, so I think I'm going to split them in 3. Even though with this count cloth, you can still, you know, whatever it is you want. Oh, you know what? I'm not going to start with that one. I'm going to start with the dark brown, probably. So let me find the end of this. I have a feeling I got tired of this and just cut it wherever because I can see that it's all crazy. I was probably like, yeah, you know what? That's good enough. Yeah, that's not great. What is going on with this stuff? It has like more than one end. Now, so you get your embroidery thread and you split it in 2 or 3. Typically it's 2 with cross stitch, but like I said, these are really big spaces, so I'm going to go with 3. I don't think it'll look too bulky, and I kind of want it, obviously I want the guy to stand out, so I do want it a little bit thicker than usual. Sometimes people use all 6 strands, which is odd, but that's what people are doing nowadays. With embroidery. Embroidery and cross stitch obviously are different things, but it just depends on the look you're going for. So I'll put that to the side, and then we need these guys, and I don't need like the biggest needle. Let's use like the second to the biggest one. It's so funny because with embroidery you can hear it punch through. It sounds awesome, but with cross stitch, since the holes are already there, generally you don't hear it punch through. But either way, I'm going to try to get these 3 strands in here. Let me go wet my fingers with some water. I'll be right back. Pretty much wet like the whole thing. This did not want to come through. Okay, so you can leave yourself a piece like this hanging out the back. You want to put a little knot. And the true sign of a nice embroidery job is that the back looks as neat as the front, but good luck with that. I've never been that like, oh, it has to be this way. So I'm going to count out and see where the middle is. Again, I need to go like 12 rows down and then however many in. This thing starts, it needs at least 17 squares, right? So let's just pretend if we're here. I usually use pins to kind of help me out. If that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think I'll be okay. Just like in this middle one being the middle. And then top down is what I need to look at too. So I need 23 rows. Okay, so I'm going to count out what 23 rows looks like and where I might need to start. Okay, I'll be right back. But this is about the row I want to be at right here. And then the first one starts 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if I'm on this row and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I need to move over at least one more, like here. Okay, so we'll start here. That's so funny because I'm trying to eyeball this about here. Come on, buddy. Where's my finger? Yeah, something like that. So I haven't done cross stitching forever. I should probably look something up to remind me. But we'll see what happens. So I used to do things like right now, okay. Let's say I'm going to do this one and I'm just going to go down this row. So this will be my first cross stitch. Now you can complete that cross stitch whenever your thread is really long. That's always the first one that's like a problem. But what I can also do is then just go to this next top one. Okay, I just went across, right, from one little set of holes to the one that's across down here. And what you can do is just do all the ones that go in that direction. So again, everyone has their style of doing things. This is going to be so much fun to go sit and just watch, you know, TV, Saturday Night Live reruns I didn't get to watch last night because I forgot and then I fell asleep. You know, it's so funny. It's on at 8:30 in the West Coast and I still can't. I'm like out of it. Okay, so I'm going to finish all the stitches with the dark brown. And you come up every single hole. So I don't know if you're familiar with cross stitch, but basically these little holes, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's one across this way, one across this way. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which I remembered, but I just wanted to make sure. Sorry guys, I'll just show you how I'm going to complete this one. Now, I usually do by rows and the colors, right? So like I'm going to do everything that takes this dark brown. That way I don't have to cut this off. And then I'll come in and fill in everything that's the light brown, which is the next color I'll probably use. And then fill in those little red and white and all those other little bits. Now this happens often if you're trying to rush like I was, and I still took forever. Whenever you get a knot, honestly, it's not really a knot. It's just things get kind of balled up. So if you kind of just have to loosen it up and it'll come out. But again, I don't want to waste your guys' time, so I will be right back. Again, just kind of do, and it'll come out. Just gotta wiggle it a little bit because again, it's not really a true knot. But you know, just as I'm holding it, I'm kind of trying to keep it nice so it doesn't knot up too much. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my goodness, 6, 7. And again, I can arrange this a little better on the next thing because the next hoop is a 3-inch hoop. So whenever I take this off of this 4-inch hoop and apply it to the other one just to decorate it, just to finish it up, we'll make sure it's centered. I haven't done this in so long. Like, I used to be really good at, like, oh, I was right here, and then bringing it right in the space you need, you know? But I was gonna say I'm gonna get a knot, aren't I? It's always on that back side because I'm not watching it as closely as I am on the front side. Okay, so that is half of 7 complete. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in the top corner, this other side. Oopsie. Okay, and finish it. So I'm gonna come in here and do all the crosses on the other side. Now, some people like to complete each one as they go along. Whatever it is you like to do, go for it. So now I'm going in that same bottom left hole that the other one came out of. And now again to the top where this one had come out of. So basically there. And I just follow the pattern. And then down in here. And I actually have tons of, well, I don't know tons, but several dies that cut the holes for you. So you can then cross stitch. I have one from Hunky Dory that's really cute because it's a really nice and big one. So it's like a whole card front, and then obviously stitch whatever you want on there. So on those kind, I would definitely just use all 6 strands because the holes are really big and it's paper. So I would just go with all 6 strands. Oh, I'm close. There we go. So where your finger is kind of helping you guide where you need to poke in and out of. But I think once I get back in the groove, we'll be good to go. So close. There we go. Oh my gosh. Honestly, I haven't cross stitched, I would say, in decades. So funny. I was getting more into embroidery or like cross stitch with embroidery, which is really lovely. Where you do like those cool like ribbon roses and stuff like that. Really fun. Oh, is that my tummy? We're gonna have brunch today, guys, so that means I have to wait even longer to eat. But I'm definitely gonna make some coffee in just a minute here. Yes, I started doing all this stuff without coffee. I just jumped out of bed and here we are. All right. Okay. Well, I mean, I don't know what else to show you guys as far as this. I'm just going to keep going. Hold on. Again. So you just have to give it a zhuzh. Like I said, it's not an actual knot. It's just things kind of balled up on each other. So I just kind of pick at it until I can take it apart again. So I will do that. And I will be right back. So a lot of times I'll just get my needle and kind of poke in there, and that's all I had to do, and it just came off apart. It's just a little trickier now because you have to take these things apart that they do what they do. Okay. What I mean is then the threads get taken apart, right? They're not one cohesive piece like when you first look at it when they're all together. I usually try to take apart the 3 closest, like the ones that look like they're closer to each other. But this time I didn't really pay attention to that. And I'm paying the price. Alright, guys. Last one. Okay, so obviously I'm not going to read a master class here. Give me a master class in cross stitch. But what I would do is like this next one is just the one. And then I would go to this one and this one. So on this next one, I would just finish it. So I'm going to come right down here. It's this one. I'm going to come up. Go down and just make your X, unless you want to do that and then come over to this one, but then you're going to have a string in the back that goes from one side to the other. So for me, whenever it's little bits like that, I just finish it. So there's that one, and then let's start with the top on the opposite side of it and go down here. I'm not sure why I brought up a piece of the Aida cloth, but it did. I'll take care of that, whatever that is. Okay, oh, it's from the edge when I cut it. Okay, so I finished that one. And now I'm going to go down here to this one and probably do both of these and then these. And then just keep track, right? And then just keep going around. I think that's all I'll be able to show you guys because honestly, I gotta go have some coffee. And what I can do real quick maybe is, I was going to say stitch as much as I can and I'll show you that. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I decided to do something a little bit different. If you're new to cross stitch, I would not recommend this because you really have to know where they start and stop to keep going. I remember this one I just did it by itself, and then I started around like, you know, I'll just do all the ones that slant this way, and then I'll come back and do all the ones that slant in the other direction. But again, you really need to know where your stitches start and stop if you're going to do something like that. I was going to say, and then my knots got less and less, but of course, as soon as I come over here, I get a little knot here. And again, this is the thing, I kind of get my head in here. You just kind of get in here, and you can tell it's just a loop that it makes. So I kind of get in here and kind of pull around until the loop or whatever issue gets resolved. And there it is. Okay, so now I'm just going to go and finish up my crosses in the other direction. And that's just because it worked for me. Again, oh my goodness. Maybe it's because I'm standing up and not paying attention. I just sat there and had no issues with these guys. Okay. So again, crossing the other direction. I just did all the slanted, I guess the ones that slant, whatever direction you want to call that. And now I'm just going to finish up the stitches. So when I come back, I'm going to do them all, the ones that go on top. And then that also gives you consistency. Instead of like, sometimes I cross the right over the left, sometimes I cross the left over the right. So it looks a little, I mean, if someone really looks at it up close, it'll look a little sloppier, right, than if it was just all done the same. So now all the ones I'll be putting in here are the ones that cross over in this direction. And I'll finish that up. And I'll just keep working. And then when I mount this up, it'll just be on a wood, same thing, but it's the 3-inch wood embroidery hoop. And I'll tuck it in. Probably, maybe I'll put some plastic, put it in like a little baggie. I don't know. We'll see. But, that would be it, guys. So again, whatever it is, whatever material, foam, paper, it just has to have a few layers. An ornament, guys, like a nice little ornament, whatever that is to you. Again, I'm not going to dictate any of these things other than that it has to be this and this and this, and it needs to fit in the, you know what I'm saying, like 1 of this, 3 of that, 5 of, but it's all up to you as long as it fits inside the pocket. And I cannot stress that enough. No extra things, please. No extra goodie bag or something else on the side or in there. Just everything has to fit in the pocket. And that just makes it easy for me to go through. But also, when it starts getting too much stuff, it's so chaotic, you know what I'm saying? It's hard to describe or talk about. Sometimes things just fall out. Like, just a nice pristine job is what we're looking for, guys. So anyway, I'll finish cross-stitching that all the way back, and then I'll start in with the light brown and all that. So that will be my ornament. That's what I'm adding. Again, my hoop is going to be smaller, and it'll fit in there, and then whatever I need to do to make it work, I will do. To be honest, I'll probably have another video, because I do want to make a dangle. You know, I have to add a dangle. And then I'll figure out what I need to do with these other little clippies, because I really wanted to add these. But again, if they don't work out, they don't work out, you know. So I will probably come back at a later point, but I just want to show you the pocket. Look how deep or wide it is. It's about a quarter, the 1.25 inches here. You know, this is very flat, but it might have a little extra from what's on here. I would say 1.5 inches, 1 3/4 is like as thick, but what I'm trying to say is don't make it so it's like bulging like completely, because the stuff that gets inside is going to be damaged. So please just be careful with how you arrange things, the amount of things that you put in here. And again, whenever I have the right one, it'll fit in here. And so that's why maybe the die cuts will be sticking out up a little bit higher. Just arrange it so it looks nice. And that's it, guys. So thanks for watching. If you have any questions, please ask. I know a lot of people are asking questions, and I don't mind that. I rather you guys ask, and then, you know, maybe obviously there's still time to work out things or change something up or whatever it is. As far as like, you know, yeah, just whatever questions you have, please, especially on this one. I don't want to have to reject it because it's like so bulky and huge, and you added extra things outside of the packaging or outside of the box, should I say. Even if it's in the plastic and you have something else, please don't do that. Yeah, so that's the other thing. Let me show you the sleeve. I usually put this in, and I'll be right back. So I was going to freak out. I'm like, where am I? These are the ones I get on Amazon. And then I have some from Daiso. So, you know, the Amazon one for this guy, I don't know that he'll fit this way, because again, whenever you have thickness, that's what I was saying with the flat rate padded envelope, it'll take away. So I don't know if it'll fit in this way, which would be my preference, but it'll fit in the long ways for sure. And again, even if, oh, look at that. Perfect. It looks like it will fit in there, but I'm not going to stick it all the way in. Well, I guess I will. So that actually works out really well. And that'll let you know if yours is too thick, you know. Perfect. And then I'd fold this over to the back. You know, last time I had room to decorate the outside, you know, whatever it is. This is from Daiso. The Daiso one has a gusset at the bottom, and that's why I tied the top off. But whatever it is that you want to package it. But just not a Ziploc bag. Ziplocs look kind of cheesy, but I mean, if that's all you have, I suppose. But this one I just kind of tie off on the top, you know. But these are from Daiso, and this is from Amazon. And yeah, and don't add anything else extra, because again, even if you're sending yours in a box, because you're doing 4, they have to fit back in a flat rate padded envelope, which I've already shown you guys a couple times, because the other person who joined the swap might have 2, and it has to go back. So we're always basing it off of the flat rate padded envelope. Again, you can also just close this up like this, and there's our flat rate padded envelope, and that will definitely fit in there, no problem. I mean, look at that, right? So I'm just not trying to squish things for now, but and look at that. And even if I added a dangle, it'll be great. And that's what you want, guys. I'm telling you right now, you have this huge thing and it just like invades the other person's space. It's gonna get smashed because it's so thick. Just, you know, a nice pristine job. I know we want to be generous, and being generous is really paying attention, I think, to detail for the items that you are sending, instead of just sending a bunch of stuff. Does that make sense? I think that's, at least that's my opinion about it. But anyway, all right, guys, like I said, I'm going to finish these up with a couple little extra things. So I'll probably come back in a few days. I just want to get you guys ready so you can get going on yours, and whatever other little things I add. Maybe it'll be during the reveals, or maybe I'll do another video, especially for the dangle. I know you guys like to see those kind of videos. So, all right, guys, well, have a great day. Have a fun time. Hopefully the time change hasn't bothered y'all too much. And yeah, so again, I pretty much have everything in here with an extra thing. I am going to dangle, but this, you know, just a paper clip that will follow the rules as far as one extra decorative item. I do love the look of a rosette. Maybe I'll still do that. Again, it just depends on what fits in here, guys. So thanks for watching. And I mean, how cute is that? I've had so much fun with this, and I'm hearing from you guys are just like having such a blast with what's going on. So all right, quick before I go, no, I will not do another one of these. I've had emails, I've had comments, and people ask me to do a second swap, and oh, with the first one filled up, can you do another one? It filled up so fast. The whole point of the reason it fills up is because I'm only one person and I can only do so much, so adding a second swap would be even more ridiculous. Like, that would be if I would just leave in the first swap and let 100 people sign up, you know? Like, I just can't, guys. I don't have the bandwidth, I don't have the time for it, and it would just be too much. Like, it's too much, it's too much, it's too much. I'm telling you, the way the swap is done, I go to the post office, like, I used to go every day whenever the people are turning things, and now I go like once every couple days. I have to go back, I send off so many, I come back home, I swap out the rest, go back and send out so many, like, after I've shown them for hours and hours of reveals, hours of tutorials. It's not a thing I'm gonna do. So thank you guys, I appreciate it, but I mean, honestly, the reason I cap it is because I can only do so much. So to start another one, I can't even fathom doing that. So anyway, as far as for this, I probably will do hopefully a case swap, but again, I always like to give a little bit of breathing room between. We went a little bit hot and heavy in the first swaps because I hadn't done them all summer, but now I realize, oh, that's why, or that's why I would do like one a month or every other month. So yeah, we're gonna chill, guys. All right, so have fun, and yeah, just keep an eye out. I know somebody had mentioned, one of my friends, that maybe I should do like a lottery system, like let everybody sign up and then draw 60 names or 40 names or 50 names, whatever it is, for that swap. And I'm like, that might be better, because I know you know, it just fills up so fast. So I don't know, I'll think about that one. All right, guys, I'll see you at the next one. Bye now.